Hey guys, Chris Gunn here from Basic Tips Now, where I tell you the things that I think that everyone should know. And today I'm going to share with you how to take out this massive mirror that I have in my master bathroom. And just to give you a little bit of a precaution here, what I'm going to be doing is dangerous. What I'm going to be doing could hurt me. What I'm doing could actually blind me. And here's the thing, okay? I have watched videos all over YouTube to try and find out how to properly take down and dispose of one of these mirrors. But the reality is just with the way that it's set up and the way that it's put on the wall, I'm not going to be able to properly take it off the wall, take it down, and I'm also working alone. So I have the issue of I can't carry this thing out. To give you an idea in terms of height, I'm 5'8", this is a 6-foot mirror. So the reality is I've decided, after watching videos of people safely taking down videos, and watching videos of people who are drunk and rambunctious, that I'm going to do a mix between duct taping the mirror to kind of mitigate the spread of the breakage, but then also I'm going to go crazy on it, and I'm just going to have some fun with a baseball, and maybe we'll find some other toys in the meantime. Okay, so I've laid everything down to prep. I decided I was going to lay garbage bag on the floor. I don't love it because it's a little slippery, but I'm trying to prevent as much like little pieces of glass that I have to clean up later. So I've also got 2 tables right here with a little space for me to get through, really just because I couldn't get them both in without having some space. And then I've laid garbage bag on top. So, and then what I've bought, this is my big expense. This was like $30 at Lowe's or Home Depot, but I think I got it from Lowe's. It's a polyback canvas drop cloth. I went with the most expensive kind because there's just more, there's less air going through. So I'd like to try and save this for a painting job later. I doubt I'll be able to, but I'm trying to do the best that I can to at least get all the glass off and kind of shake it off and be able to use it for other projects. But, if that's the cost of doing this, then so be it. And then I'm going to lay it on top of this garbage sack. So I'll have 2 layers of protection from the floors, which we are trying to save the floors. And but the countertops I'm not so worried about because we're getting ready to replace the countertops and the sink faucets. So here we go. So I took my first attempt at breaking off this border because the question that I had was is the mirror going all the way to the wall, or is this border kind of hiding some of it, kind of like some base or something? And the answer that I got so far was that the glass flies very far, and no, it does not just cover it. It actually, you can see it. It goes all the way to the actual frame. So in that case, we're just going to go crazy on this thing. So here we go. Also, wear gloves. I read that leather gloves are the best gloves to wear, but I didn't have leather gloves and I'm too cheap. I'd rather pay a deductible. So we're just going to do this first, I guess. Should probably start up top, but my head's right here, so I'm just going to start with from the bottom. Cracking going on. Yeah. This is freaky, you don't know what's going to happen, so. Okay, now that we got that first one, everything's falling apart. Yeah, it's really good actually. That's all connected to the tape.
That was a good one!
That was good.
Watch your neck.
Why do I need to wash my neck? Is that funny one?
Is that black mold up there?
No, it's the glue.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
Yeah, good one. You're gonna have to do that one. The water's on.
Oh, I was like, oh my god. Oh, it's going down.
What's that noise? Yeah, that's
Scary.
nice.
Should we get that big one?
Let's see. Do you see what it's getting at?
That one. Alright, so that's the end of getting it down. It came down a lot easier than I expected it to. I feel like with the strategy that I implemented in terms of laying down some garbage bag and then doing the tarp, I think that was probably the best that I could do. You can go the extra mile and maybe tape with some painter's tape that trash bag liner, and maybe even your regular liner, but you're going to pull on it with your feet, so it's kind of up to you, because one of the issues that I'm going to have now is that my tarp kind of came out, and so a lot of it's in the sink. Again, we're replacing our countertop and we're replacing our faucets here, so I'm not too worried about it. I clogged the holes, the drains with Kleenex and then pulled them tight. So they're good to go. Other than the one moment that I had the water come on, it went pretty flawlessly. So as far as cleanup, I'm going to be getting this into as small as shards as possible, and I'm just going to go garbage bags and get it out. And I'm going to make a note for the garbage people to just say, hey, this is very fragile glass, and they'll be very light bags, so that way you don't have them stretching out, and they'll be double bagged. So this is the medium way of getting it done. As you saw, there's no way that I could get pegs behind the board and start to slowly lift it off and get it out nicely. And then once I get it out nicely, I'm just going to have to break it to pieces to get it out anyways. So again, for you naysayers and you commenters that you're like, this is stupid, why the heck would you ever do something like this? This is so unsafe. I just came to a happy medium based on the research that I had done, and this was the right thing for me. If you've got the pegs at the bottom and you've got space around it, I don't think that this is necessary. Try and get that piece of glass down, but as you saw, this is a 6 foot tall, and I'm going to go I don't know how wide that is, but maybe 6 feet wide, maybe 5 feet wide. So just all things to keep in mind. Do what's right for you. I'm going to take a scraper and I'm going to get all these glass things off. One last thing that I'll mention as well is you might have seen in the video we had a couple holes with the hammer because I was going, it was hammer time, so I went a little crazy. Something to just keep in mind if you're trying to save the wall. With the glue, I mean, you might be able to save it and it'd be okay depending on the job that was done when it was put up. But what I would say is pretty much prepare for the wall to be scrap in some areas. Unless you're really good with drywall patching and all that, I don't expect it to come out perfectly. So for us, we're getting ready to shiplap this. So all I have to do is just kind of scrape it off, get it to where the shiplap will lay flat, and then it's good to go. It's the problem of the next people who say that shiplap is so 2020. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Again, if this video was anything to you, whether it was good, whether it was bad, hit the like button and hit the comments. I will be happy to comment below. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time on Basic Tips Now.